I don't think I need to explain. I think we have been explaining it for the past series. We have not done enough with the bat. Uh, I think it seemed as if they'll score close to 280 odd runs, but we bowled really well after the 34th over. Before that, also there were a few good spells, but after that, it went our way. Virupa bowled really well. He bowled 8 overs. We were in a difficult situation as to we were not sure whether Irfan can bowl or cannot bowl, because of the injury. And Umesh was a bit expensive. So the last few overs were a bit of a worry, but he bowled well, and Umesh then bowled well the last few along with Praveen, who bowled brilliantly in a more like a comeback game. So, very happy with the performance, but when it came to the batting department, I don't think it was really good enough.
You always stay cool wherever the result, which people have praised, which works good. But some time comes when there's so many things. Somebody needs to tell them.
No, it's not like we are not telling them, but if you're talking about violence, it works in it doesn't work anywhere, not even in schools, But yeah, we need to win games, that's what is important, If you see this whole series, we have not done really well with the bat, which means if we look at the games and what happens is we have to get them out below 200. It seems as if to win a game, which I don't think is good enough. We have a much better batting lineup. It's just that maybe most of us are not in a very good form together. Maybe that's one of the reasons, which means there's more pressure on the people who are scoring runs. And also there's a lot of pressure on 7, 8, 9. More often than not they are in close to the 30 overs. More often than not we are 4 or 5 wickets down by the end of the 20th over. So we have not done consistently well when it came.
There are certain coaches and captains who use a dressing down as a motivational tool at times. Do you think you might you've been using it?
Well, we have been explaining as to what needs to be done. I'm not a real believer in pinpointing individuals as to you need to do this, you need to do that. I always say it's a team sport. We take the first 7 as the batting department more often than not, which doesn't mean the last few can't bat. And we have addressed the problem as to we need to give a bit more time to ourselves, to get used to the pace and the bounce of the wicket. And after that, whoever sets in, has to sweat it out, in the sense we know, all of us are not in a very good form, which means if somebody is set, he stays from one end and the rest all contribute. What happened with Gautam, a couple of innings, he got 90, and that really gave us a good setup. But, those were the couple of games where we did well.
What was your reading of the David Hussey run out?
Plain and simple, that was out.
Because the rule says that it's not out if you're protecting yourself.
Yes, like you said, protecting yourself, I was also happy, but if you're protecting yourself, then it's not good. It's like, I was also part of a run out in Pakistan when we were touring, and Inzi Bhai was there, and he defended something that was right on his face, and he was given out. So in this case, I think David was really lucky. I think he should have been given out, but it's not in my hands. He was not given out. And
You thought he was protecting his weaker nose?
well, it's difficult, because in his judgment he may be protecting himself, but his hand was too far ahead. Just like like an example, you can say a soccer incident where if your hands are popping out and it hits your hand, you get a penalty. Irrespective of what's happening. So that's why I said plain and simple. You look at it, it's out.
An extension of his question. What about Sachin Tendulkar's run out? A and B. As a captain, did you consider shuffling the batting order, probably get somebody like Sehwag to bat 3 or 4?
Well, again, all three of them are openers. I'll start with the second one first, and run out. Okay. Before that, I need to give an example of what happened in the Brisbane game that I was playing, which means that was the first one. When I was bowling, we had a slip and we didn't have a mid wicket, and the ball went to the point fielder, and Vinay, crossed the wicket, and he was coming towards mid wicket in a brisk pace for the fielder to have a shy at the stump, and the umpire came up to him and said, "You're not allowed to do that." But he was doing something that was well within the laws of the game. So I don't think we can justify the fact that Lee was going towards the point fielder. I don't think he had real business over there, and then he decided to stop right in front of Sachin, which means you have to take a longer way, across him. So that's my reading about that particular run out.